Good morning everyone and welcome back to another vlog. I was going to have a day in the garden today, but I think it's very windy and I'm not sure if it's going to rain today as well. I've got all my stuff that needs planting out, so I might have to do that in between some of the oh, it is actually raining now. Never mind, try and do it in between the showers. The Riverford box is already here. It's delivered quite early, apart from last week it didn't, but we've got, look at this, some massive spring greens that I didn't know what to do with last week. Not last week, the week before, but I've got some recipes planned for this evening and tomorrow to add them in. Got some celery. The celery, it's only Craig that eats celery in this house, so it doesn't always get eaten, unfortunately. Big cos lettuce this week, some bananas, some apples, carrots, oranges, onions, broccoli, potatoes in the bag, and some nice tomatoes. Oh, and some oranges there as well. Looking good. Starting the day off with a cacao. Haven't had any of this since we moved. So I've just got obviously the cacao in there with some soya milk, some agave, some cinnamon and a pinch of salt. We've got a lot of apples that we're getting with the Riverford box, and we're just not eating them quick enough. And I've got another load that have come today, so I'm going to make some muffins that I've just seen on the Deliciously Ella app, which have apples in, so I'm going to make some of them quickly. view a house. Haven't viewed any houses for a long time. Well, we haven't viewed any since we've lived there. So yeah, we're off to view one now. So we're back from viewing the house. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be one for us. It's like going to your grandma's house. It's quite old-fashioned inside, which is fine because obviously that can be changed. But I think we would need new windows, new internal doors, new doors, quite a lot of new stuff. And the garden was amazing. It's beautiful. But also there's like a little driveway bit and then like the field of a school. Apparently the school's shut for some reason. So what happens when a building like that shuts? They build houses on it. So even the estate agent said it probably will get built on. So we were like, and that's like literally right next to the house. And then just down on the other bit of the lane, there's another load of houses they're building there. So I think we decided that it wouldn't be for us. Lucy has been doing some baking as well. She's made some giant cookies. They're massive. Oh. So it has been cold today and raining. It's actually just stopped raining. So I didn't get out in the garden to do the bits I needed to do. However, just because the weather's not very good or you don't have a lot of space, you can still grow stuff. So I am just about to sow something that I've been talking about, so I needed to do for ages and I haven't got around to doing it. Is my microgreens. So I'm going to show you what I've done so far. So these are them. They've been soaking for about 8 hours. Sometimes I do it overnight. The small ones don't necessarily need soaking, but I just do it anyway. So we've got radish, we've got broccoli, we've got peas, and we've got sunflowers. So I've put a tiny bit of compost. It doesn't need to be that thick because they are not growing long enough really to have really long roots. These will grow and be ready to harvest within about, I don't know, 10 to 14 days. These are just half trays, so I've got one each for each variety, and I'm just going to get the soil a little bit damp and then I'm going to put the seeds on. Once they're all done, probably could have done with a few more broccoli ones. You're just going to stack them up. And put an empty one on there. just so that it's dark. Leave that for about a week, or once you see them start to grow, and they'll be like colourless. They won't be green like a normal sprout. And then once they get to that, like that, you take this off and then let the light get to them, and they'll turn a beautiful green. If I can find an old video, then I'll add it in here or something. And you just put them inside. They can go in a dark place, because obviously we're trying to make them dark anyway. And you only need the extra space once they've grown a little bit, and you spread them out. So I forgot to say with the microgreens that once they start to grow and you spread the trays out, that's when you need to put them in the light, and that's when they'll go green. And also you might have noticed I did it they're quite close together, but you can do that with microgreens because they're not growing, they don't need as much nutrients as an individual plant because they're not actually in there for that long. So you want them as close as possible so that you can get more per space, if that makes sense. But yeah, they're a great thing to grow. You don't even have to do all 4 at once if you don't want to. Just do 1 at a time. If you just want, you know, some sunflower microgreens, just do the sunflowers. Or you could probably mix them. I've never done that. In one tray, do like a row, like a, you know, maybe a couple of inches row of 1. And there's loads of different ones. I always stick to these 4. I don't know why, I just do. But you can, there's lots of different ones. I've done it with chia. Hang on, let me show you. So this was a little test. So I've just used like a, what is it? It's a soup lid, and I put some kitchen roll folded up on top. Let me see, I haven't actually looked. And then sprinkled a chia seed over, and that's just a chia seed you get from the supermarket. We've got loads, so I thought I'll just give it a go. And then I just kept it, I probably put it them too close together on this, but it's a bit like growing cress. But that is a chia microgreen, and then all you do is you just cut it from the seed and add it to your salads. In fact, Craig had a nice salad sandwich earlier, he could have added that. There are, see where I did it too dense, these ones are all stuck to the top, so I probably won't eat them ones. But yeah, that's the chia ones, and that's what the others will look like. See how they're so close together, but they're ready to eat. And that's, look how much space that took up. That's it. I mean, it's not going to last you long, but if you had a few like that and then start that one, and then maybe, I don't know, a week or a few days later start another one. And as I say, that's just a bit of, don't even need any soil, that's just kitchen roll. I haven't tried it with the others on kitchen roll, but yeah, give it a go. I'm going to try one of Lucy's cookies. She's gone for a walk. I'm sure she won't mind. Oh, they look good. They're nice and gooey in the middle. She can make them again. So I've just had dinner. I'm now ending the day how I started the day, sitting in the conservatory listening to the rain. If I stop talking, you might be able to hear it. But yeah, it's just quite nice and relaxing. The cat's just gone outside, weirdly. Normally he wouldn't go out in the rain, but I don't know where he's gone. So I'm just going to end this video here. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow.